What is going on, guys? This is EK1 Gaming here, and today we're bringing you another Outriders video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the latest patch notes, and there's some great news for us all. Now, as usual, before we get into the video, if you enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, and if you want to help support the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you leave me a comment in the comment section below, that will automatically enter you into our Outriders giveaway. We are giving away multiple copies of Outriders. So if you want to win a copy of the full game, just comment on any of our Outriders videos, past all the way up to the 1st of April, which is the release date. The more videos you comment on, the higher chance you've got of winning a copy. So be sure to go back through all of our Outriders videos and spam those comments. With that being said, let's get straight into today's video. So Outriders have done another update. Now, it's around 2 weeks before the launch, and they just want to get everything right. So they said, first things first, the patch that was previously released on Steam and PlayStation is now also available on Xbox, which is great. So Steam and PlayStation have also received an additional minor patch, the content of which has already been rolled into today's Xbox patch, so all platforms are now aligned and correct. Now, they've got further good news, and this is good news for us all. They believe they have identified and now prevented the inventory wipe / items disappearing issue from occurring in the Outriders demo. If you don't know what that is, a lot of people got legendaries and different weapons and different pieces of armor, and when they logged back in, it had gone. Basically, it all disappeared out of their inventory. Now, they actually published a fix for this on Monday, but they've been using the days since then to verify whether the resolution has been successful in order or not to make any false promises. So basically, they didn't want to say, hey, we fixed it, if it wasn't fixed. So they basically secretly changed things within the system to see if it did work. So today's patch has also added an extra safeguard against the issue occurring in future based on our findings. So basically, they've researched it in the background, they brought out a patch, didn't tell anyone, and now they want to know basically if you lost any of your inventory or your inventory was wiped on either Tuesday, March 16th, March 17th, March 18th, or today, or any day after today, please let us know. So go on either the forums, or you can let us know, any of the ambassadors. We can kind of pass that on in the Discord server. So if you've lost any inventory on those days, please make sure you reach out. Leave it in the comment section below, but make sure it was on those days. Now, basically, they're saying they hope that no inventory wipes, should have occurred these days, because obviously they think they've fixed it now, but they just want to ensure that the issue has been resolved. So to me, this is really good of them. This is really good devs. They really care about people and how their game is perceived. So for me, 100% bang on with this. Now, if you thought that was all the good news out there, it's not. These devs are really showing how good they are, and it's called restoration. Now that we believe the issue has been prevented going forward, and they're referring to the inventory wipe, we can focus a bit more on how to compensate affected players. We fully understand the disappointment of feeling like you've lost significant progress, items, or time, and we would like to assure you that we are doing everything in our power to make things right. Now, while they are still working on the exact technicalities, below are our intentions for item restorations. Now, restorations should take place on a specific day and should be a one-time event. So basically, they're going to do this at once for everybody. The exact date is to be confirmed, but we're hoping for this to occur prior to the launch of Outriders on April the 1st, and we will update you when we have confirmation of date and timing. So basically, they're looking at a time and a date where they can just restore or give everyone back what they've lost. Now, they will only be able to restore legendary items that have been lost as a result of the bug. So if you've lost any other items, you're not going to get those back, but they're going to do their best to get you your legendary items back. Now, they will not be able to restore items of any rarity below legendary, like we just mentioned. And at this time, you do not need to get in touch with us to report inventory disappearances that occurred before the 15th 15th of March. So anything before then, you're going to be covered. You know, they're going to try their best to restore all of those legendaries that you've lost. Again, showing real good dev team, real good communication, and a lot of transparency. Now, they also add a note on this saying, please note that these are our intentions that we are providing here for transparency. While we try our hardest to make things right, we unfortunately cannot make guarantees for the specifics of the above or the timeline of it. As we run into technical issues and delay our work, and anything can basically happen. So they're saying, look, we're being transparent with you. This is what we want to do. We just can't tell you when, but we want you to know that we're working on it. And again, absolutely, I keep saying it, but this is incredible from this team. And also they mention about the accolades, and there appears to be a separate issue, and they still need to uncover the full extent of it in order to better tailor their resolution for it. So basically, people's accolades were wiped. So they want anybody who had their accolades wiped to reply to the comment on their Twitter or either on the Reddit's post that they've put out. So I'll put both links in the description below. So if you had your accolades wiped, make sure you reach out to them. Please do that, because it's important, because they need to understand the numbers of players affected by it, and it's going to help them investigate it and hopefully fix it. Now, on top of that as well, there are other things that they're investigating with a hope for improvements before launching the actual full game. One of those things is the touchpad sensitivity being too high on PlayStation controllers, leading to unintended menu openings. Now, I have had this and I wasn't sure what it was. I thought I was just pressing the wrong things, but it is actually the touchpad. As soon as you kind of go near it, it triggers out the menu and then you end up in your menu. So they are looking at it to get that fixed before launch. And then they've got further optimizations to multiplayer connections. This to me is a big one. You know, multiplayer connections are really bad right now. If you play with anybody else, it kind of lags. It kind of isn't the best experience. You know, one of you will either get booted every now and then as well. So for me, that they're looking into this, they should be optimizing it more for multiplayer connections. So that to me is a good sign as well. Now, the main game will also include a host of improvements and bug fixes that weren't possible to be integrated into the demo at the time of the demo release, because when they basically split the development builds, they couldn't put it into both, you know. So even if there are things that they have not directly addressed during these updates so far, there's a good chance that they will be resolved within the launch build. So still report the things, you know. I would always say report bugs and errors, you know, via either ambassadors or directly to them on their Twitter or even on Reddit. But, you know, just be aware that they do have bug fixes and stuff in place. So it might be that they've already got a fix for it in the main game. Of course, there was going to be some bugs in the demo. People are saying, you know, it was more of a beta. But hey, when you release a game, there's always going to be some kind of bugs. They don't know until they've got 2 million people playing the game what's actually happening fully, you know, even if they tested it themselves. So for me, I think it's kind of understandable that they've got these bugs. They know what they're working on, and hopefully it will be like a nice polished game. But I still see in the main game there being some bugs of some kind, because it's just the way the life is now. You know, technology is so advanced and one thing can really mess everything up. So there's basically said, if there's anything you feel you haven't had an answer on, the reason is most likely that the community managers haven't found the time to publicly confirm answers for those specific questions. And basically, you know, they're saying they're not intentionally ignoring anybody. You know, they said you can tag them on Reddit, you know, anything you want specific answers for, you can go to Reddit and tag that person and they'll answer you. And that's a great community manager. He's saying, you know, or she is saying, look, I'm sorry if I haven't answered. Just tag me on Reddit. I will get back to you. Just don't think I'm ignoring you. Again, shows that transparency, shows how good they are engaging with the community. I really do think that they'll continue this when the live game comes out as well on April the 1st. And honestly, take my hat off to them. They're absolutely incredible. It's a pleasure for me to be an ambassador for them as well. Honestly, I'm not just saying it, it's probably the best development team that I've seen for years and years. But guys, that is the end of the patch video. Hopefully you're going to be happy after watching this. Let me know in the comment section below if you're happy about this patch. Make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to support the channel by hitting subscribe and the little notification bell. And make sure you leave me a comment in the comment section below, because that will enter you into the competition. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you all next time.